See, I told you before that I got a gift from the school of real. All I know is that realness. I can understand times are changing, that's cool and all. But when they disrespect the legends, then they all dead wrong. I bet they never studied any greats like.
So first with the Not Like That, or whatever the song is called, Future, Metro Boomin, and K-Dot. Yeah, K-Dot really showed up on that joint, and shots was definitely fired, mostly aimed at Drake. But I will say, I did appreciate the way J.Cole did a whole body of work, and the way he responded. Even though the diss was kind of light, I looked at like, man, he had Absol and Daylight, who are both signed to TDE, and Absol being like Kendrick's, like real partner, Black hippie family type. I thought that was, like, wow, he really owned one, and he was dropping subs like throughout the whole project. So for me, I was like, I gave him, I had it 1-1 because of that, not necessarily because of the actual diss. Now the 7-minute drill, it was all right. It was all right. But I will say, when he started talking about mentioning like extensions, and his dog was ready to get him, and he don't want no henchmen and all of that kind of talk, I get it. A lot of people saying that's light bars, but I was saying, like, when you talk that bar talk to certain people that might be affiliated with like gang culture, especially a brother from like LA. I know a lot of people that like, man, it wasn't gonna be that serious, but how do you know? You know what I mean? Like the history of battle rap, we all know when you battle, a lot of people's careers get destroyed. And that was in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Listen, when Kool Moe Dee told, hey, Busy B, I don't mean to be bold, to put that ball bullets on hold. Like, nobody was doing Bob Diddy, Bob, the bang boogie. Nobody did that no more. You know what I'm saying? So Busy B, when he took an L, it kind of like, that hurt your pockets. MC Shan, the bridge is over. But like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, people, careers get altered in battles. Sometimes. Sometimes you have the Beanie Siegel and Jada Kiss, you have those stories. But a lot of times you get 50 and Ja Rule, even though Ja Rule's still standing strong, but it took a minute, So then you have the other side to that, is it can turn deadly. Now, the one thing I want people to really ask themselves, as a rapper, throughout history, what is the number one place that we've witnessed a lot of rappers either something bad happen, or either get robbed or smoked? They get, you know what I mean? And I love Cali, but I'm just saying, like, it's different. Certain places are just different. So what I'm saying with the J. Cole thing, when he started mentioning that, those gun bars, you're opening up a whole nother, like, possibility there. Like, if he was just rapping and you just spit bars, it'd be like, yo, man, I'm better than you. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? And you just kept it with you talking about his catalog or whatever the case may be. That'd have been cool. When you say it come with extensions, like, my dog, like, get him, and all of this, it's like, okay, but you gotta understand something. North Carolina, I know some real brothers in North Carolina, but in LA, it's a different kind of culture. They move different. Places like, LA, Chicago, and you start talking about certain things, it brings out a different type of attention. So you talking about something that come with extensions, there's gonna be some Bloods or whoever, some Crips are gonna be like, what are you talking about, bro? How serious is this? Kendrick put in the song Institutionalized. We talking about he don't even want to bring his homies to a lot of award shows because they looking at rappers like food. Like, people be looking at rap like it's just rap, but some people ain't just rapping. You know what I'm trying to say? Some people do this for therapeutic, even though they making money off of it. whatever type of money is there, that's their livelihood. It's still like it's their art, that's their expression, and they, you can ask like, is it the truth or is it not the truth? And for me, I'm the type of person that like to listen to what a person is saying. And when it comes to beef, you don't know how that's gonna play out. Like a lot of people like to, rap is competitive, it's competition. Personally, I feel like it all stems from way back. Like I'll just go in the 80s, 70s, and 80s. So, it's always been a buck breaking, and you think back in the 80s, a lot of dudes was wearing eyeliner and was looking real feminine. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the men looked like they look questionable, especially when I was coming up in the 80s in R&B. And hip hop was like anti that. You know what I'm saying? Even though early stages of hip hop was very they had a lot of costumes and stuff like that, but hip hop, as it the years went on, they wanted to look like the everyday brother, but they wanted to show that they was men, they wasn't soft. So that's what you get, that bravado talk with hip hop. Hip hop is it comes off aggressive, and a lot of dudes like, yeah, that's what we talking about. But you can't control and contain aggressiveness. You know what I'm saying? That's like almost like, yo, I just jabbed you, bro. You can't hit me with a hook. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people be, man, we ain't talking about no street stuff. We just want a lyrical battle. It's almost like when you watch somebody fight and they be like, oh, he know martial arts. Nah, we ain't doing all that kicking. We just punching. You can't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta stop with all that. Like, all that's sucker stuff at the end of the day. That's really corny, and I think we gotta really, all that, like, most people be talking all that stuff. For one, can't either fight, then they not a rapper at all. They just one of those spectators that sit around and just, yeah, and they can't do none of it. You see what I'm saying? Most of the people that be sitting there hyping something up is cornballs. Just be real. People that really get involved and do it. If you've been really a part of some beef in your life, you understand, like, man, I wish I'd have walked away from that. But sometimes you just think you got that peer pressure, like, man, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta stand on business. And the older you get, you realize, man, walk away from all that. It ain't even worth it. But so all the people saying all of that stuff about Cole, and I get the culture of hip hop, like, yo, they feel like, hip hop is dead, or they feel like, he let everybody down. Why? He's still a rapper. So what you gonna do? Counsel him like you counsel one of our great rappers now? You know what I'm saying? And I'm a Kendrick fan, so I was already like, oh, I like Cole too, but I was like, I'm more of a Kendrick fan. I love the Pimp a Butterfly. I think that's like one of the best albums ever. But at the end of the day, I'm like, don't counsel the brother, man. Like you could tell even when he started talking that talk, like that wasn't really him. That's why a lot of people were saying that, like, especially rappers. I'm an MC, so I'm like, come on, man. I knew, like, bro, when you mention that type of stuff, like, I'm like, come on, Cole. Like, they ain't even, you know what I mean? Like, don't let them gas you up. Just rap them. Like, if you got some problems, and you got beef or whatever, you feel like you the best, and then just stick to that. But when you mention extensions, just like his dog hyped him up or gave him phone calls, people called over there like, yo, what we doing? And I'm pretty sure it was like, yo, man, it's just rap, leave it alone. But it's gonna be some, you gotta understand, a lot of times you hear people talk, especially from LA or California, they say on the hood. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, he talking about Kenny, he talking about the hood. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, there's a lot, it can go that way. Just think about, like, with Shannon Sharp and Mike Epps. You know what I'm saying? When Shannon Sharp jumped off the porch and was like, yo, I'ma see you. You know what I'm saying? I want you to stand on what you said about me. And the crazy part is he was going to Indianapolis, which is where Mike Epps is from. So Mike Epps told the podcast, you know what I'm saying, with Matt Barnes, and, you know what I'm saying, and Stack Jack, like, yo, I had to jump in front of that because it had been somebody that's trying to, you know what I mean, do something that I ain't even seeing. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. But a lot of times we got a lot of goofy people that just be like, oh, it ain't that serious. And everybody goofy that say that, but it's just the fact that they just wanted to see a rap battle. But we're just intrigued by a lot of toxicity for whatever reason. And anything that's positive, we like, oh man, that's just horrible. And like, we gotta check ourselves with that. Like, I'm a 40 plus year old man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not 20 years old, and I'm not happy to see brothers beefing or talking about each other, trying to end their career. You know You know, I'm the same dude when, you know, even I'm a boxing fan. When I saw Errol Spence about to fight Terrence Crawford, I'm like, man, even though I love the idea, I was like, oh man, I hate this, but I know one is going to be canceled. Like I was like, I probably was the only one on this earth that wanted to draw. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that's because I know I don't want to see another brother take a L. And right now, with everybody talking about J.Cole, I don't like to see us fighting each other regardless. I mean, I'm not just talking about the boxing. I'm just saying when you see greats going at each other, that's cool in competition, but one gotta fall. It's not like someone falls. It's like most time, people get the love and stuff when they gone. People celebrate them when they gone. But when a person is here, you know, they just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's my take on that, man. April 29th, I got an album dropping, man. It's Not You, It's Me, classic. With the homegirl Murder Megs, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to 6 Man and see you all, man. I mean, it's a dope album, man. So hip hop is definitely not dead, cause I'm here, you hear me? And I'm about to bust their head lyrically. So yeah, man, give Cole, you know, stall him out, Debo. Stall him out, Debo. You know what I'm saying? Let him live, man. Give him back his bike. All right, peace.
See, I told you before that I got a gift from the school of real. All I know is that realness. I can understand times are changing, that's cool and all. But when they disrespect the legends, then they all dead wrong. I bet they never studied.